Yeah, okay. Any views expressed are the opinion of the guest. It's not a representation because the programming reflects that Politickin with 4 eyes. It's really no competition. Suffocating with the dope. You know I be twisting. Real ninjas out in the field. Now we cotton picking. Not to mention our intention to cover topics and many of the subjects. I got more lines than the deli at the Publix. With King Pharaoh, PoPolitickin, I'm pistol whipping. Rappers jeopardizing hip-hop position, my opposition, intuition, prediction like writers on The Simpsons. To witness the glimpses from higher up dimensions, my bitches be fighting gremlins like Phoebe Cakes. Let me cook stovetop oven, easy bakes, hydroponic with them seaweed flakes. Yeah, these rappers started from the bottom, power bottom, TD Jakes, unfollowed, talking about have you ever been swallowed? Regardless of race, color, or creed, you get Apollo'd. We politickin, tickin', we straight politickin, tickin'. When it's a great show, you got to listen to that politickin, tickin'. This for the politickin, tickin', we straight politickin, tickin'. When it's a great show, you got to listen to that politickin, tickin'.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. You know, sometimes we throw some wrestling in there too. Check us out on YouTube. Right now we're live on YouTube, Twitch, and X. But check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. 1212 on Place to Be with Fidel Bravo. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How you doing? I didn't realize we were gonna be live. I thought you were pre-recording me. I'm sharing the link right now. I just saw everything as your cool little intro was playing. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm lazy, man. I don't be wanting to go back in because I used to do it like that, but then I get lazy and don't want to do no work. So I just one take Jake, man. If it's real bad, I go back and edit it. But most time it'd be cool. We just talk.
I feel you.
Yeah, I was gonna say so. How I know you, man, because actually, like I think about 7 years ago, I did a trial in SoCal Pro Wrestling. I did like the wrestling trial for one day.
Oh, at SoCal Pro, awesome.
Yeah, but ever since then, I just was kind of like been watching it. Like Judiz is my homie, Mike Torga. And then I've been noticing you, and then I was just doing more and more research, and I was like, damn, man, you wrestled a lot of people. Been a lot of places. I saw you was in NXT. I saw you was at like you said, the United Championship Wrestling one.
Yep.
I saw the PCW Ultra. I was like, okay, that was I used to watch that all the time. So I just wanted to bring you on and just learn more about your career and background and everything.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. See, I appreciate the studying you've done. Brought up a lot of cool memories. Thank you.
What year did you start?
I started training like in 2005 when I was like 14, and then I debuted in 2007 when I was 16. Right when I had turned 16, like a month after I turned 16.
So what got you hooked to pro wrestling? So early too.
Yeah. I mean, I think I got into wrestling pretty late compared to most people I know, because I started watching it like as a preteen. When I started watching wrestling, the tag team champions were Rey Mysterio and Edge. To give you an idea of what time I started. I started like during the PG era, pretty much right before that. Something like that. But anyways, I really like the cruiserweights, man. Like all of Tajiri's always been like one of my favorite wrestlers, probably my favorite wrestler. And like Jamie Noble, pretty much that whole cruiserweight division that they had during that time. I was like, oh wow, like these guys are small and doing like a lot of cool stuff, and just I don't know, just the whole like spectacle and like how cool wrestling is. It's like, like martial arts with flips, or I don't hard to describe the spectacle that is wrestling, but like I was hooked pretty fast, And then my mom, when we were on a trip in Guadalajara, Mexico, she took me to the CMLL Arena Coliseo, and I saw it live. And I remember like towards the end of the towards the end of the show, they just a bunch of kids just like rush the ring, you know. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna jump in there, you know. I want to see what it feels like to be in there. And like when I was in there and just feeling what it felt like to be in a ring, I was like, oh yeah, I need this. So pretty much, yeah.
You were saying you started at 14, so what, did you start training at 14?
Yeah, I started training at 14.
It was kind of reminding me, I know Rey Mysterio started real early too. He started when he was like 12 or something, or younger than that.
Yeah. And I was, yeah, you know, I was just like, how did I find out about it? Oh, my friends actually, Rikishi was having a autograph signing at at a Walmart or something, and then a wrestling school had posted flyers there, and that's when I was just like, oh, hey, and asked my parents, and somehow they were able to take me every weekend.
That's what's up. I would say you was talking about Tahiri. How you say his name? I'm saying it wrong. Tajiri. Yeah, I was saying because one of my favorites was the Great Muda. He kind of came under that.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, because I'm kind of older than you, so I used to watch like Ric Flair, Great Muda and Sting. Great Muda was on that shit.
Yeah, it's funny because like I watched Zero WCW. I've only seen ECW from like you know the DVDs and all that kind of stuff. So like I'm pretty clueless. Oh, I used to be clueless when it came to like the older wrestling. As I've gotten older and the more I've gotten into wrestling, I like look up old matches and stuff, you know. But I don't know it as much as like most of my homies know, and drives them a little crazy sometimes.
So who like based? So how would you describe your persona to people and like some of your influences that created your persona? They don't have to necessarily be wrestlers, but just how did you come by creating your persona?
Um, you know, I feel like as time goes by, you kind of have to like change and go with the flow with how the business changes and stuff. But I always saw myself like a Napoleon complex. You know, I'm a pretty short guy if you haven't noticed, but I'm pretty loud and eccentric, so I always use like the Napoleon complex in most of my characters or whatever. Always make my culture a big part of my gimmick, my Mexican culture, and you know, just right now I'm kind of I lean back towards my mask because I lost it in 2018, so I stopped wearing it, the Espiritu mask. But then I was recently watching ECW One Night Stand, the first one I think, and when Psychosis comes out with his mask and then takes it off, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool for an entrance, you know.
It's hard. It's hard.
And then I was just like, you know, and I was just like, I kind of need to change it up. I feel like what I was doing before was getting a little stale, so it's like, let me get the mask back. But the way my mask was before was like completely covered. So it was a little hard to take on and off. So I was like, let me get this one where it's like deconstructed version of it. So I could just like, you know, pop it on and off real quick and easy, you know, it's on, it's off, boom.
Cause I think I was actually there one time and you got a female manager too, right? Then you have a female with you, like a valet?
I don't think so.
Oh, never? Oh, okay. I was mixing you
No.
up. Okay. That's what's up. So is that the only kind of mask you wear, or you got different masks?
Right now, yeah, but I just wear it for my entrance. I had like a bunch of other old ones, but I have them like tucked away.
So what match was it that you lost it?
It was at the time it was before United Wrestling Network was a thing, so it was just Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and it was me as Espiritu and Adrian Quest as Astro Viajero, and we wrestled Los Rancheros, which ended up being Che Cabrera and Rico Dynamite, revealed way later on down the line. But we did like a tag team, mask versus mask. We had been feuding for a few months on the program, and then it came down to a tag team, mask versus mask, and we lost. And that's the day I lost my mask.
Yeah, I saw you posted a clip on your Instagram a little while ago. It was tight.
Yep.
Man, I was watching. I saw an NXT clip of you and Keith Lee.
Yeah, that was my
Man,
NXT appearance.
yeah, he looked like he hit you with that crossbody of like that shit hurt. He like it really hurt.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, I
I
know that
mean,
hurt. God damn.
looking back, it was a great experience, but in the moment, it was a little rough, to say the least.
So how did you end up on NXT?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. A lot of people ask me, and like, to this day, I'm not really sure what happened. Because that day I just showed up, and they were like, Fidel Bravo, that's you." I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And like, "All right, get in your gear. We're gonna be using you for something tonight." I was like, "Oh," and at that time, I had already done. At that time, I had already done SmackDown and 205 Live once. So I was just like, "Oh, they probably like just they're picking someone ahead of time that they know will be safe or whatever. That can take a good bump. That can take a good beating, apparently. So I was like, hell yeah, go do this. But then when I was in Gorilla, when I was waiting for them to like, because usually in the matches before, a referee would walk me out during the commercial, and it'd be like the dark entrance, and like they would come back with me already in the ring, and whoever I was wrestling would have their entrance. But that time I was in Gorilla by myself, waiting for whoever was gonna walk me out, and then some music started playing, and then it was A Train at the time that was at the table. He was like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, "What's going on?" He was just like, "This is your entrance, kid. Get the fuck out there." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I don't know if you watched the straight up, it was like I had no idea. And like when I looked up, like in the back, you can see what's playing on the Titantron, and I saw my name on the Titantron, and I was like so in shock, but I had no time to react to it, that I just had to run out. And I just remember like the first like 10 steps I took, I kind of like ran really fast, and I was like, wait, slow down. But like the whole entrance, looking it back, you can tell like my heart was beating out my chest the whole time, because it was just such a shock. But like, great memory. Great memory. Because
Yeah.
what were we gonna say?
No, I want to ask you too. I just want you to talk about like I was kind of mentioning earlier some of your matches, but like what are some of the like your opponents that you fought that like some of your most memorable moments so far in your career?
Mm, it's a good amount of them. There's a NXT one. There's a losing my mask too that we already talked about. I guess SmackDown, we can touch on that, because that was in 2017. And at that point, I had been an extra a lot of times. I think I had been to at least 9 or 10 different shows at that point.
Hmm.
So I was kind of just giving up hope that I was ever going to do anything over there. But then one day we were sitting, and they went up to a bunch of us and looked at all of us, and they pointed at me, and then they pointed at Peter Avalon, currently AEW Peter Avalon.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "All right, we need you two for the Bludgeon Brothers." What? Okay, and that moment's such a blur to me, but it's like such an honor to have wrestled someone like so cool as Luke Harper. And I still remember before and after, like I thought, like some of these people, when you meet them in person, they're like really cool, or sometimes it's like they say like don't meet your heroes kind of thing. So you're always a little worried when you're meeting them the first time. But Luke Harper, super super cool, made sure everything was going to be as safe as it could be. And yeah, it was really crazy experience. He nailed me
Luke,
with the clothesline on the outside.
it's Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, right?
Yeah, yep,
Okay, yeah,
yep,
Eric
yep,
Rowan, the one with the red beard. Yeah,
yep.
they was bad though. They was bad. They kind of remind me of
Yeah,
the yeah, they kind of remind me of how APA was a little bit.
yeah.
You
It
know,
was
ass and
cool.
shit.
It was like a dark version of APA. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was when they first had started taming. I want to say it was like the like second or third team. But yeah, that was a great experience. That was in the San Diego arena. The names
Sports,
are yeah, that one. And
sports arena.
it's funny because me and my girlfriend's family were actually at the swap meet over there the other day, and I was like, oh, cool. This was where I wrestled for SmackDown the first time.
Mm. And then, what would you say so far? What's the biggest challenge of being a pro wrestler?
The biggest challenge, I mean, I guess staying consistent with everything and keeping life going at the same time. Because on the independent scenes, it's hard to make a living just off the independent scenes. But at the same time, if you want to do this, you need to be all in it. So you need to be able to work out, you need to be able to train, you need to be able to eat right, but you need to be able to afford to do all that and then afford to travel to be able to make all these dates and then make your money back, hopefully, you know? And I feel like that's probably the hardest thing for, I mean, I know it's been a struggle for me and probably for a lot of people is just staying consistent because it's easy to like grind it really, really hard when you're getting a lot of great opportunities and having a lot of good matches. But then there'll be a few months or maybe even longer than that where it feels like you're not getting good matches or bookings are a little on the lighter side and you still have to stay consistent. There you go. We still have to stay consistent during those difficult times because once you start letting yourself go, it's a lot harder to bring yourself up the older you get. And I'm speaking from experience because I took I want to say I took 2004 off. I keep trying to remember exactly what was the time period I took off, but I took almost a whole year off because I was almost over it. I wasn't working out. I felt like every match I was watching of myself, I was looking like a little more pudgier, you know, and I was just like, maybe I should just pull it back a little bit, you know? Uh, and that's when I was like, uh, during that time, I like stopped wrestling for like a whole year. And coincidentally, that arena I mentioned earlier, the in Guadalajara, Mexico, the CMLL Arena Coliseo, me and my girlfriend's family went and watched another show there, and I got the itch again. I was like, ooh, I want to come back, but if I'm gonna come back, I need to get in shape. I need to stay consistent, and no matter what, I just need to grind as hard as I can because if I let myself go one more time, then I'm probably gonna be too old to pull myself back up, you know?
So, how are you able to balance everything, like balance like wrestling and then your personal life? I always think about that movie, The Wrestler. You know, I be thinking.
Yeah, right.
About.
Um, I mean, you just gotta find something that works, you know? Thankfully, I was able to find a source of income that doesn't interfere too much with my independent stuff, and then thankfully also over the years that has my independent career has also been more financially rewarding. There we go. I was trying to find a good way to say that. So you know, but I've been wrestling a really long time, and it took a really long time for me to like not be in the negatives. So, and especially nowadays, it feels like the scene's a little saturated. So, it's consistency. I'd say is key and the hardest part.
And then we was talking about a little earlier. I know you got you just had a big match with Scorpio Sky, and then I know you got a championship match with in SoCal coming up too, right?
Against Jake Redondo, yep.
Yeah,
SoCal Pro Golden State champion.
yeah. So I was gonna say, how do you prepare for big matches mentally?
Mentally, you know, I still get pretty anxious before all of my matches. Like as long as I've been wrestling, uh, mentally prepare. I don't know how to answer that honestly. I just feel like I feel like I just go into it with the best hopes. I don't really mentally prepare. I've been able to come up with pretty good answers to most of the questions, but mentally prepare.
And then I will say too, I see a lot of cheating still in you too. I see you kind of like, you know, you can win by any means necessary sometimes, which is cool. You
Yeah,
gotta do what you gotta do. I saw you. I think you had. Then you beat old boy with the belt and shit, Jason.
maybe.
No, I think in the last pay per view, ain't that how it started? Like after his match, then you run up in there, beat him up or something like that.
For Jake Redondo.
Yeah.
I might have done a little something to make sure he didn't win the match, you know. But you know, I was that's neither here nor there, you know. It just depends on which universe I am. If you're gonna get the evil me or the hero me.
And then what's some of your what kind of music do you like to listen to?
Music? Ooh. A lot of people crap on my music taste because I got pretty weird taste of music. To give you a taste, next week I'm about to go see Simple Plan at a concert. I just saw your face. You're like, ugh.
No, you said Simple Plan?
Yeah, Simple Plan.
Yeah, I don't even know who they are. I gotta look them up.
Like,
that's why I'm trying to. My mom was trying to see who they are, but
okay. Now it's like the old like pop punk, like Good Charlotte type.
Oh, okay,
Charlotte type stuff. But like, I'm pretty ambiguous or is that the right word? I'm pretty open when it comes to music. I like everything. Like I started, me and my friends were big metalheads, so like I like listened to a lot of that growing up. But I like I like a lot of I started liking country recently. I like emo music, I like metal, I like rock, I like Latin. I don't really have a really specific taste of music. I'm not too picky. Anyone that sits in my carpool, you can ask Adrian Questas if you ever talk to him about my carpool playlist. It drives him nuts because one song will be like a Metallica song, next song will be like the Moana song from Disney. Next song will be the Lilo and Stitch song.
Oh, my homie likes Simple Plan.
Oh, I just saw that. Hell yeah, Simple Plan. They're playing in LA next week. I finally get to see them live for the first time ever. Teenage dreams coming true.
I gotta check them out now.
Yeah, you're probably gonna lose a little respect for me once you listen to them. There are a lot of people that are just like, oh, I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm one of those.
And then I would say, as far as your like, I guess goals for your career right now, you like to do now, or
excuse me,
like your goals now for your career, like what would you like to accomplish now, or do you feel like you did everything you wanted to do so far?
Honestly, specific wise, this will be the third time I bring up this place, but the Arena Coliseo in Guadalajara, Mexico, I've had the chance to train there over the years, but for one reason or another, I haven't had the chance to wrestle a show there. So before I lace up the boots, or is that the right word? Before I toss up the boots, whatever the term I'm supposed to say is, I want to wrestle there once because that's like the first place I saw wrestling live. That's where my mom took me to watch wrestling, you know. So that'd be like the main goal I'd want to accomplish, wrestling there. But you know, I'd love to wrestle in Japan still, and never got the chance to do that. And obviously, would love another chance to be back on national, international TV with WWE or AEW.
So you said CMLL, right?
Yeah, that's the arena.
Yeah. Man, I be like, so I'm like on my Duolingo. I think I'm on my 660th day doing Spanish.
Nice.
Because I be trying to learn. I be wanting to learn it more because I really like the wrestling. Like I don't know what it just seemed like. Mexican wrestling is just more passionate to me. Like I don't know. You know, I be wanting to learn, see what they saying. So I be watching.
Yeah.
I can't understand it as good. So I be like trying to learn my Spanish more so I can watch it. But they wrestling is tight. Like I like both of them. I like that one and the AAA.
Yeah, they're both great. They're both great. They're both awesome to watch, and especially if you just grew up watching like American wrestling, watching that is like a really nice like it's a breath of fresh air. It's a really different. It's like, oh, who are these guys? And it's like way different than American wrestling. So you know, I
Yeah,
I, I love lucha. I love lucha. I'd
yeah,
also love to be uh like on TV with them wherever I end up.
yeah. He said he saw somebody playing last year.
Oh, nice. Lucky.
And then what advice would you give to like any like say we got somebody 14, 15, around 14, 15, and they want to be a pro wrestler, what would you tell them?
Honestly, I'd tell them to wait till they're 18.
Uh,
I'd honestly tell them to wait till they're 18 and maybe start training once they're going to college or something. Or maybe even tell them to take up wrestling in high school. And because WWE picks up a lot of
amateurs, yep.
they pick
Collegiate.
up a lot of wrestlers on that scene. Just because times are pretty rough, and they might get more rough, they might get better, who knows. But all I know is independent wrestling isn't made out of money. So, or wrestling for that case, until you're at the very top, isn't made out of money. So, I would suggest to have something, a good fallback plan just in case. And once you're ready to put yourself into it, be ready to be in it 100%. Because how I was mentioning before, if you're not consistent, if you're not in it 100%, then you might as well not be, because it'll show in your work.
Yeah, I would say I know the WWE they doing the next in line deals, but they're grabbing like whoever was the top wrestler, the top football player, the top basketball player. So
Yeah.
they trying to get their own new like indie class of people. So I know that's gonna be a harder for like the regular indie wrestler with things
Yep.
like that. Yeah.
Yep. And you really can't blame them, because it's smart, because they're getting people that are young, that are very athletic, that
Mm-hmm.
already probably have the look that they're looking for. And there's a lot of people on the indie scenes that probably have bad what's the word, bad habits that they do in the ring, that probably harder to drop than it is to just train someone brand new from scratch. So I mean, I can't blame them. It's a pretty genius program, but yeah, it definitely does make it harder on the independent guys to make their way in.
And then what do you like to do outside of when you're not wrestling? What do you like to do?
I love video games. It's a big thing for me.
What you be playing?
I'm a Nintendo guy. Also, I'm pretty much just got my Switch too, even though I haven't had a chance to pick up Donkey Kong. I've just been busy the last few weeks, but big Nintendo guy. Love Legend of
You have an old
Zelda.
Nintendo?
I have all the Nintendos. I have all of them straight up. I have the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Wii U.
How'd you
Got
get
all of
the?
them.
Where did you get the old Nintendo, or you just had it?
Where did I get it? I think I got it at like a swap meet or something. No, I got that one at a yard sale. I got that at a yard sale, and I also got the Nintendo 64 at a yard sale. But the
Wow.
Super Nintendo, a friend gave it to me. And then same thing with the GameCube, a friend gave it to me.
So you don't play none of the new ones like the Xbox or the PlayStation?
I don't really have a. I don't really have a. Nah, I don't. I had a 360, but that's as far as I got, and
You
that's
say
all.
you got the Wii too?
The Wii U, yeah, I had the Wii U. I was a fan of the Wii U, even though a lot of people hated on it. I like the Wii U.
Yeah, you say your game you like playing Zelda.
Yeah, I love Zelda.
Um, what
Ocarina
else?
of Time, probably the best game of all time.
What game?
Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of
Oh yeah,
Time.
yeah, yeah. That's the gold
And
one.
yeah, the Nintendo
The
64
gold cassette?
one.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit hard.
another one of my favorite games, randomly GameCube WrestleMania 19. Me and my friends used to play that like crazy, the multiplayer mode. I've never played any other game that's had as cool as a multiplayer mode. There was a mode in that called, I think it was like Revenge or something. The whole, I don't know if you played WrestleMania 19 for the GameCube, but the whole storyline of it was that like the storyline in one player was that you're a wrestler that Vince McMahon fired, and you're just invading the construction site for WrestleMania and pretty much murdering workers there and just pretty much stuff like that. So like in multiplayer mode, one of the match modes is you could throw each other off a building. That's how you eliminate each other. Or another one, you have to throw another player into a moving car. So pretty cool. Yeah. That's my favorite.
I'm gonna have to watch that on YouTube and watch it because I ain't never played that game before. But I like wrestling games.
Yeah. Definitely recommend.
I don't know if you know about the it's kind of called Retromania. It's kind of like it's a new game, but it kind of got the old WrestleMania arcade look.
So I recently saw that, I think I was looking at the online shop on the Switch.
Yeah.
I think I saw it. I didn't buy it though. I had recently bought another one.
It depends how much it costs. Like I think it's kind of cheap. If it's under $20, I would say it's worth it. Cause I know they're about to come out with they're about to drop a new DCL, and they're about to put Macho Man on there. It's gonna be Macho Man. Then they put Demolition. They put all three of them on there.
That's cool.
Yeah, they got Chris Bay on there. They got Austin Idol. They got Johnny Nitro. They got some people on there, and they got, like I said, they got that old arcade look. So I be playing that sometimes, or sometimes I just watch it. I don't even play because weird. I don't like actually playing. I don't play too many games no more. I just watch them. The only game I still play is a boxing game called Undisputed. I'll be playing, but besides that, I just sim everything and watch it like that. Because I actually got you be on Twitch?
Yeah, I was on Twitch before. I just I haven't streamed in like a year or so, but I've been wanting to get back into it. It's the only reason why I have the camera set up and everything.
Oh yeah, see my boy, he know about Retromania. See, he said it's fire. Then they got the new one. It's coming out. I think it's coming out next month, but it's gonna be Demolition, Rock and Roll Express, Macho Man, and Magnum TA. They're gonna add all them to the game. And they already got like Nikita Koloff on there. That shit cool. I don't know. I be liking. I know I'm a little older than you, but I like the 80s wrestling too. I be watching the 80s wrestling. That's my shit. Sometimes I watch the 90s shit too, though.
Cool.
Yep, September. All right, man. I want to say, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
I'd just say thank you for sticking by me for so long. Sometimes, wrestling gets a little rough, and it's easy to look at all the negatives instead of look at all the positives. And a lot of the times fans remind you of that. There's a show that I did like a month or two ago. It was in Pasadena, and this lady came up to me and she's like, "Hey Fidel, I haven't seen you wrestle in 5 years since you guys were doing the shows at the swap meet or whatever, and I'm so happy to see you again." And it's like, oh, I was a big asshole at those swap meet shows. I was a super heel, but like, I don't know, just little stuff like that. It's like, oh, like makes you feel appreciated, So just thank you, like anyone that stuck through me throughout this journey. I definitely see you, and I hope it has a cool ending at the end for all of us.
That's what's up. All right, man. I want to say, Neil, can you tell them your social media and where your next match is going to be?
Social media, pretty much everything. Instagram, X, TikTok, and Twitch is Bravo 2 Fidel. And my next match is August 16th, Golden State Championship against Jake Redondo.
You gonna win, right?
You know that gold's coming back home. Fun fact, the Golden State Championship, I hold the record for the longest reign. which lands at 1,523 days.
Oh wow, that's what's up right there.
So I'm about to win it back and pretty much take it to the grave with me.
I think you got a fan on here. He said you the man.
Jerry, what's up, Jerry? Shout out to the homie.
All right, man. Yeah, I want to say so. Thank you for coming through Politickin with me, man. And I'm about to.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And like I said, great career, and like I said, also I know you can see a lot of your matches on YouTube. So anybody watching, they go on YouTube check you out too. All right, man. To the next time. You got any shout outs?
Shout out to my homie Jerry's. Just
shout out to Jerry.
And shout out to my girlfriend Leslie. And yeah, shout out to just all the fans and the promoters that support me and use me still. Appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. Till the next time. We'll be back next week with another episode of PoPolitickin. So check us out. Till next time. I'll holla, bro. Peace at you.
Have a good one, man. Thank you.
All right, you too, bro. Later.
The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. If you can get in where you fit in, we straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like the vision, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin. Hey yo, I rise like the sun in the east, running the streets. Same people that was coming in peace, some in the beast on the microphone. It's never a long and hard task. For God, I'm gonna smash they blog and podcast. Introduction to journalism 101 with Pharaoh PoPolitickin about where I'm from and what I do. What's up? It gotta be good. Interviewing everybody, you know they probably could. Take all the blood, sweat, and tears, working all them